Hello, Twin Peaks students. Today's lesson is on absolute value. Absolute value is an operation very similar to an operation like to the second square, like multiplying, like adding or subtracting. So anyway, the sign for an absolute value, they put bars, all right? So what does that mean? What it means is that it's sort of like a distance. Okay, there is no negative for distance. All right, here's an example. Okay, so let's just say you live right here. All right, and let's just say that you decide to go right 5 miles. Okay, how far are you from your house? Well, you're 5 miles. Same thing if you go up 5 miles, they're gonna ask you, hey, how far are you from your house? You're in the location 5, you're 5 miles from your house. Now, if you went left, even though your location is -5, you're still 5 miles from your house. So absolute value is very similar to distance. Okay, even though it says -5, the answer is still 5 because that's how far are you from your house. So absolute value is just a way to let people know that the answer is gonna be positive. All right, so let's go ahead and do number 1. Okay, now the rule to absolute value is that you're supposed to remove the bars. Once you remove the bar, then you know you can make that number positive if it's a negative, okay? Now, another thing is that you gotta make sure there's only one number inside the absolute value, okay? So like this one here. This one here has only one number, so you're allowed to remove with that bar. How far is this number from 0? How far is this number from the origin, okay? Even though it says -5, you know he's 5 miles, so the answer is just 5, okay? Same thing for number 2, all right? Even though he's here, okay, how far is he from 0? Again, your goal is to remove the bars. Even though he's already +5, the answer is still +5 because he's still 5 miles from 0. Okay, again, your goal is to remove the bars. You gotta make sure there's only one number in there. Now for this one, there are 2 absolute value signs. You see there's one here and there's one over here. So you have to do it twice, okay? So how far is this number from 0? It's just 14. Now this plus sign is between those 2 sets of absolute values, just rewrite that. And how far is this guy from 0? It's just 11. All right, now you still have one more operation, which is add. So the answer is just gonna be 25. All right, let's go and do number 4. Again, I see 2 sets of absolute value. There's one there, and there's one there. It kind of looks like a parenthesis except a straight line. That means it's absolute value, okay? So how far is this number from 0? He's at -12. He is 12 from 0. Okay, again, you remove the bars and just make sure the number is positive. This symbol here is not part of the absolute value. As you can see, it's between those 2. How far is this guy from 0? It's just 20. Now you have a subtraction here. It is 12 minus 20. You know that this is -20. It's like losing 20. When you subtract 20, it means the same thing, okay? So you know my answer is negative because you lose more than you win. So the answer is -8. Again, the negative is a lot bigger than the positive, so the answer is -8. Okay? Number 5, I'm gonna do it quickly. How far from 0 is 23? You go a double negative. You never do a double negative. You have to do the absolute value first, okay? Absolute value comes first. So this is still a subtraction. How far from 0 is 9, and 23 minus 9, you lose a lot less than you win. You win 23. The answer is +14. Number 6, again, don't do double negative. Absolute value comes first. This one here is 12. You get minus. Again, how far from 0 is just 20. Exactly the same problem as number 4. Okay, as you can see, even though it doesn't look the same because it has a negative there, but eventually it'll be the same. So the answer is -8. You lose more than you win, okay? Now look at these problems here. There's only one set of absolute value, but there's 2 numbers in there, okay? So you can't remove the bars yet. You have to figure out there's only one number there because you're at -12 and all of a sudden now you add 10, you're moving around. You don't know how far are you from 0 yet. So you have to do what's inside first, okay? You lose more than you win. Again, don't remove the absolute value yet. All we did was just figure out what's inside first, okay? Now you're ready to remove the absolute value because it's only one number. So you can, so the answer is 2 because that's how far you're from 0. Same thing for number 8. Again, you have to figure out what's inside the absolute value first before you remove the bars. You can't remove the bars as 2 numbers, okay? You win more than you lose. So this one here will give you 16. And the answer is just 16. Number 9, again, you can't remove the bars yet. This one here, you lose and you lose, so you add, so you get -18. And how far are you from 0 is just 18. Number 10, this one has a double negative because it's inside the absolute value, so you're doing that first, so therefore you do the double negative first before you do the absolute value. And you only can do the absolute value when there's only one number. This still has two numbers, okay? You lose more than you win. Now you can remove the bars. You're doing an operation with just the absolute value. The answer is just 6. All right, that's it. That's the end of the lesson, and have a good day.